All right, we want to talk about some controversy. Actually, there's not really any controversy in this book. Amazing Spider-Man 62. Lou, are you here? I hope you're here. If you're not, you'll see this later. Professor Comics. This book has potential. It has potential.
You've heard that before.
It does. So there are two stories in this book. There is the Boomerang and Spider-Man and their little alien pet story, and then there's James Jonah Jameson and somebody, again, I don't know, I'm lost a little bit, but that's a person that I guess bought out or is now in charge of the Daily Bugle.
Okay.
There's a storyline there, and I'm gonna butcher this, but the only reason I'm butchering is because I'm so over it. The Boomerang Spider-Man story, or the action in this book, is actually really good. You've got classic Spidey, like, acting like himself, thinking quick on his feet, trying to figure out the situation so shit doesn't get out of hand. And that's what that is. And what happens is his Bullseye takes a shot at Boomerang's little pet and shoots his collar off. And if the collar comes off, it becomes an uncontrollable monster. And Spidey, at the last second, is able to calm down the monster, put the collar back on, and save, the city from being destroyed by a giant kaiju monster. Great. Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. Great. That was great. The majority of this book is between the new editor-in-chief or owner of the Bugle and Jonah talking about, hey, have you seen my new, subscription service for Spider-Man suit where you can see him, fight crime? And the guy's like, yeah, not about it. Sorry. And he goes, well, you need to evolve. You need to evolve the newspaper. You're just going to be left in the dust. And they have this big argument. The big, supposed oh shit moment of this book is the dude's son, the newspaper kid guy, his son is dating a new chick, a new girl, and she ends up being the Beetle, I think is the name of the character. So she's a supervillain.
Okay.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm pulling because I haven't read this entire series. The son is also a roommate of Spider-Man and Boomerang. So he's kind of the kingpin. This is where this comes in. Again, this is going to sound so convoluted and so jacked up, but dude, literally, this is how this book reads. Is Kingpin has put a hit on Boomerang and this other kid and not Spider-Man. So the hit is on his roommates and not himself. And so the hitman, I don't know the name of the character. I don't know if it's at the beginning of the book, but he's like a bodyguard for Kingpin. He was in the Spider-Verse movie, but he didn't really have a big a role in it, or didn't talk a lot. I don't think they don't have a character guide.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the character. He's basically gray and has white hair, and he's just got he's muscle, he's the muscle guy. Apparently his daughter is Beetle.
Great.
So we find that out, but what we find out is Kingpin has basically given this villain the hit to take out Boomerang and the other roommate. So when he goes to take out the other roommate, who's the son of the Daily Bugle editor-in-chief, I know I'm butchering this, he finds him on the rooftop kissing his daughter, who's the Beetle. So there's uh-oh, I gotta take this kid out, but he's dating my daughter. Great. Awesome. Who cares? This says Amazing Spider-Man on the fucking cover. But it's not the jaw-dropping moment for this book is a character that I don't give a fuck about. I don't care. And this book, I think, would have been 10 times better if that wasn't that's where we're going. That's the next little story that we're going into before the king size or giant size annual or giant size issue of King Ransom. And I just don't get it. It doesn't feel like Spider-Man. It just doesn't. This book has, I told you today at work, this book should be called The Amazing Spider-Man and His Associates. That's what this book should be.
Yeah.
That's what it should be called. It just doesn't feel like Spider-Man. It feels like Nick Spencer is telling a story, a story that I think if it wasn't Spider-Man would probably be fantastic. But the expectation of Peter Parker being in this book, he's just not here. He's not. And it's about his friends. It's about his roommates. and it's about these characters that I don't give a flying flip about. I don't. And yeah, I will be dropping this after King Size
King's
or
Ransom.
King's Ransom, Giant Size. I can't do it anymore. And that makes me incredibly sad because I really like Spider-Man. And there are just other, we got Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man book coming out that I know is going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Nonstop Spider-Man for me, I really like. And then, there has been rumors that Donny Cates is going to be writing a new Spider-Man book. So we'll see. I'm not happy, folks.
Interesting.
Not happy. Very interesting.
Not happy.
No. So that is ASM 62. I try really hard not to dog it, and I feel like I'm just tired of not having a good Spider-Man book, and I don't ever want to shit on anybody's stories or ideas, but it's just too easy for this book. And so, I'm going to pull it from my pull list so they don't have to do that anymore. So they don't have to, I can let, not that my opinion matters or gives two shits about, but I know that there are a lot of people, on the internets, on the Googles that don't like this book, and they're making their opinion known about it. And I'm trying, I just don't want to be that. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to dog it anymore. So I'm probably going to continue to pick up the book up to King Size, but I don't know if I'm going to do the reviews anymore for the show. I think I'm just going to, hey, I'm picking this up. I'll let you know in our comic book haul from the next video if I liked it or not. That's it. Like, I don't want to waste the time, and I don't want to shit on Spencer's ideas and make that readily available on the internet. I just don't think it's productive. So
Yeah, I get it.
sorry.